I flung back to banana. So, today I'm back here again with one of my friends again for this video. Today we're going to be doing a little Valentine's video that you can do with your sweetheart or your Valentine. And we are going to be making some bread. And he is going to be taking the lead on this video because I don't know what I'm doing. So.
Well, you need a large bowl. For what we're making, you need a large bowl. It's decent size. And you need to put 2 cups of warm water in the bowl. And you also need a tablespoon of yeast, or just 1 packet of yeast. And just pour it in there. After that, you need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I added a bit more, so I added 1 3/4 teaspoon of salt. We like ours a bit salty. And just go ahead and mix that up a bit. And it doesn't need to be too thoroughly mixed yet. And after that, you can go ahead and put in 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using canola oil, but any cooking oil will work. And go ahead and stir that up a bit more. After that, you need to add 1/4 cup of honey, or 1/4 cup of sugar. Any sugar will work. I'm just using honey. It'll come out.
Honey is extremely sticky, therefore it is sticking to the bowl.
And stir that up a bit. Make sure there aren't any chunks of yeast in there. And
Intense mixing.
it should look a little something like this. After that, you go ahead and grab a 1 cup measure and grab your flour. And the recipe calls for 5.5 to 6 cups of flour, but just keep on going till it's done. Well, you'll see when it's done. Also, don't add it all at once. It'll just clump up and it'll get bad. Well, not bad. Anyway.
Intense mixing.
And you go ahead and add your 2nd cup.
Cup number 2.
And as you can see, it's getting a lot thicker with the more flour I add. And after a while, I'm going to stop using this whisk and I'm going to use a spoon, like a wooden spoon. Anything.
Well, if you didn't drop it.
And the 3rd cup.
Flour spill.
It should look a little something like this.
Being a lot
this
thicker.
time. Yeah. By this time, it's getting a lot harder to mix, and you can tell this because it feels like your arm's about to fall off. Let's go ahead and add the 4th cup of flour. I'm not gonna add it all at once. I'm going to add a bit of it.
Just a little.
Oh wow, that hurts. And just about now, it looks like this looks like it's ready to be kneaded. Yeah, this looks ready to be kneaded. Whenever you're kneading, you go and put this to the side. Grab a bunch of flour. Put it down on your table. And make sure your table's clean for this, too. It's important. Make sure it's like that so the thing doesn't stick to the table. Dough, anyway. Then you pour this on there. Make sure you get any loose scraps in there. Pour it in. And you won't really need the spoon anymore. Just get as much as you can off of there. Okay, no, I'm not gonna try that. Put it on the thing.
Now you gotta put your spoon back in the aluminum.
Or wherever you're holding it. And with this, you grab a small amount, and then you put on there, pat it a bit, and you do that. You push down. Now, don't, whenever you're kneading and you're pushing down, don't push and drag. That'll rip the dough. Instead, you just want to push down. And whenever it gets sticky, you just add a bit more flour, pat it a bit, and then do that. Then do that. And if it sticks to the table, you just lift it up and then push flour under there, and then you do it more.
Interesting fact of the day!
Scared me.
Now we have some interesting facts while he is kneading. 1. A rolled up piece of bread was used to erase graphite before rubber erasers were invented.
Really?
So it was also an eraser. Now we know. Interesting fact number 2. We have 5 of them. Normally we would have 2 or 3, but today we have 5. Number 2. White bread was the preferred bread of the rich before it was found that it is less nutritional value than dark bread. Number 3. Pre-sliced bread was banned in the U.S. for a short time in 1943 as a wartime conservation effort. Number 4. The longest loaf of bread ever baked was 1.2 kilometers long, or about 3,937 feet. That's a long loaf of bread. Number 5. Every year in the UK, around 12 billion sandwiches are eaten. That means 380 every second. That's a lot of sandwiches.
Well, this is done kneading now, and I can't really explain the feeling of it. You just... It should be really hard to... Like, not really hard, just it should be harder to push into there. And now you get an extra bowl, and this one's already oiled up. You need to put a small amount of oil in there and oil it up. And okay, we just put it in here, and you let it rise till it is about double its size, and double its original size. And you cover it up so no flies get in there. Then you clean up your mess.
1 hour later.
And we're back with the risen bread. Normally it would have risen up a bit more, but it hasn't. It's probably because the thing was a bit more wide. It rose out. And normally you should let it rise on a hot surface, so it's better. So, like, rise it on a hot surface. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and can you please pass me the flour?
You're gonna need a lot of flour.
Oh,
A
not
lot.
the entire thing, but yeah.
You're gonna need a lot.
Not that much. Now we've got a cutting board here just to make it easier on the cleanup. Well, anyway.
Nope. Joe.
And you're going to want to push down on it to make sure the giant air bubbles are out. And there it is. This thing, or just a knife anyway. We're gonna cut it so that it can fit in these.
Pan.
And while we're doing this, Anna, could you please wipe wipe the
Oil in
that
the
was
pan.
way too much. Oops. Oh yeah, can you please wipe the oil in the pan? You can use one of these if you want. Well, anyway, while she's lubing the pan, I'm going to cut these to make sure they can fit. Lubing the pan.
Makes it gluing.
No. And I'm going to put it inside of a good shape so I can easily find the middle of it. And no. And whenever you have these, you shape it. And with the shaping, you tuck and you tuck and twist, basically. Look, see, this is the ugly side. You do that. I don't know how else to explain it. You do that a few times. Whenever you're done, you have something that looks similar to this. And then you just lightly put it in there. It should be ready. Same thing with this one. You want to put it together. And make sure the ugly side's on the bottom whenever you're doing this.
I want to have the nice round side going up.
Yeah, what she said. So, after that, you put it in there. And if you want to, you can put something in there to make the thing look pretty, like that. I don't know if that's going to work. But anyway, yeah, you can do something, like cut stuff lightly in there to make it look pretty. Oh, you should preheat the oven to 500 degrees. And whenever you put these in there, you need to take it down to 350. And remember, got to do these one at a time. And bake. No. Now, you're going to want to keep that in there for, if you don't have a thermometer, then you should keep it in there for from 20 to 25 minutes. And if you do have a thermometer, you should take the internal temperature, and it should be 190 to 200 degrees.
A few moments later.
And it should look a little bit like this whenever it's done. It looks pretty. Anna, can you please come hold this open?
Gummy.
Thanks.
It shocked me.
Yeah, go ahead. And that looks real good. That looks pretty. It wouldn't have had a hard time coming out. It's just... That's one pretty piece of bread.
Yes. So once you get it out of the oven and done, you don't want to cut it right away. You want to let it cool, or else it's going to smoosh, which you don't want that to happen. Bye. See you all next time.